Okay, this is part 2 of the water. I mean, this is the, and again, I could not find the main shutoff valve, and we already talked about the gas meter over there. We kind of jumped around kind of organically. I stopped for a meet and greet with my dear client. We're coming over here. Now we're still at the front of the house, but we're on the south side of the house. The gas meter is on the northeast corner, and we're looking for between 40 and 80 psi. Okay, so we come along here, and it looks like we got just a little more than 80. We're bouncing around on the high side of 80. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit. You're supposed to let it sit for about 15 minutes. I don't know if we got 15 minutes to do that, but we're gonna let it sit for a little bit. It's on the high side of 80. These are the clean outs. We didn't have a main water shutoff valve. I could not find the evidence of a water leak over there. So now we're going to move here to something a little different. Now for something a little different. Over here by the meter, which is in the parkway between the curb and the sidewalk, but close to the meter, this is the lawn sprinkler irrigation system check valve. And this box, back in the day, this was probably an okay arrangement. But if this system was installed today, we'd have a main water shutoff valve for the lawn sprinkler system. Like we want a main water shutoff valve for the house, we'd also want a main water shutoff valve for the lawn system. This is the irrigation, this is the check valve, and it looks like a double check valve. The box has not been excavated properly. You should have about 3 inches underneath this valve. The floor of the box should be lined with gravel so that mud doesn't wash in like this. These handles are rusty. Okay, the isolation valve hands, that's not a main shutoff. Those will probably break off in your hand. Once they break off, it's time to replace them. It's just time to replace them. So these guys have exceeded their economic lives. Your handles are rusty. And of course the mud is in there. So keep going. Hello. Doing fine. Kim's inside. No, I'm with Kim. Okay. Okay, got a little more than 80 psi. This gate swings closed inside like it's supposed to, self-latching like it's supposed to. You also want a lock on this because we have a swimming pool. But I'm moving on along because that was the lawn sprinkler system. This is the irrigation, like I said. There's on the south side of the house. Swimming pool. Ta-da! Moving along. This is the weather sensor for the lawn sprinkler system, and it's not supposed to be attached to the roof shingles, and it's not supposed to be at that angle, so it's not positioned properly and it's improperly attached to the roof. This is the lawn sprinkler system. We do not have any zones, okay? We got some instructions, but we don't have a care and use manual, and we do not have, the zones are not labeled. On a small property like this, there's probably 3 zones. We'll find out. But in the meantime, the zones are not properly labeled.